Hello, amazing people. Welcome to Nyangas in Dubai channel. We welcome you so much. Here, guys, we share with you our experiences, lifestyle, travel vlogs in Dubai, and anything else that you need to know about Dubai. You just have to drop it in the comment box and we'll get back to you definitely. So, guys, today is a special video because it's taking me back to memory lane of the first time that I came to the UAE, and that is 14 years ago. But you know what, I still remember it so vividly, like yesterday. You may be like me, like in your mind you think Dubai, maybe it's a desert. How do people live? Do I have to wear a abaya if I'm a lady? And maybe it's all desert. I mean, which ideas do you have of Dubai? You know, like in your mind, what do you think of Dubai, like how it looks like or anything like that? Just drop it in the comment box and let's get this conversation going. So guys, today I want to share with you my personal experience when I first came to Dubai, and that is my first impression of Dubai. As I said, I didn't know what to expect, but stick around and I'll tell you exactly what I experienced, what I saw within just an hour and a half. So guys, when I booked my flight to come to Dubai, I made sure that I booked the seat next to the window, and I specifically booked a flight for the night because I was told that Dubai has these amazing lights, and that's what I did. So guys, when I sat next to the window, I was able to see everything. And you know, when you're traveling for the first time, you look outside your window, you want to see how that plane takes off and what happens. You want to see the clouds, you want to see everything. And so it was an exciting trip. But when they announced that we are now landing in Dubai, like that plane was descending in Dubai, that's when I really widened my eyes and I was just in my window to see what is there, what is Dubai like in a bird's view. And I'm telling you guys, I was blown away. Dubai looked so beautiful from up. You see the lights, there were so many lights. I had never seen so many lights in a place. I mean, you could see the roads were all having lights everywhere, lights. Even the longest, you know, on a road you could see a long stretch with lights, and not even one was not working, you know, no spaces. It was light, everything is so planned from up there. I mean, you just get to appreciate how beautiful Dubai is just even before you land. So this was really so impressive for me. Number two, what impressed me next, when I just arrived at the airport. My goodness guys, the airport is huge. You guys, if you haven't been to Dubai International Airport, it is big. Actually, it is the world's busiest airport in terms of international traffic. So like so many interconnecting flights, because if you look at Dubai on the world map, it's in the center of continents. So you find that there's so many connecting flights here and there. So it's a very busy airport, and it's so big. I mean, I kept walking, just even from coming from the plane. It's a long walk, but in between you find escalators, you find these belts, walking belts, and to make it faster. And if somebody, for the aged people, they give them even wheelchairs. So I mean, they're kind enough to to get movement easier for everybody. And so even for me who had a 1-year-old son, they gave me a stroller so that I could be able to manage my way around. But it's because the airport is huge, you guys. But now there's a train that can take you directly from to the planes where you can board from. So they keep improving things. But this was so impressive, and I was just so impressed. And another thing, I was impressed at how organized such a big airport is, because you find that everything was in its place. The immigration, even if every time there were big crowds coming into the airport, but you find that like the immigration, they were very fast in checking out people. The baggage belts are so many, so people can easily pick their baggage. I mean, it's just so organized, and which makes it, I mean, even if it's busy, it's also efficient, and so you get to check out very fast from the airport. All right, now that I got my baggage, I headed out straight to get a taxi. And guys, I was so impressed. You know, just outside the airport, there are taxis lined up in order, you know, in order. Because here the Roads and Transport Authority Ministry is very organized. The taxis, the taxi drivers are smartly dressed. The taxis look so nice with so many colors. I mean, I was just impressed to see. And I'm from Uganda, so you understand. Uganda is a different kind of lifestyle setup and everything. So imagine, I was used to my Ugandan standards, and so when I come to Dubai, I'm seeing the taxis. Oh my goodness, they're so nice, so organized, in order. And when and you know, you queue, they're so efficiently organized in a way that as soon as you come, there's a taxi ready for you, and the driver gets out, puts in your luggage, and off you go. But what surprised me was that, I mean, in the taxi there was a meter. There was a meter, like they just set a meter for the journey. In Uganda, I was used to bargaining, but here it's just a meter and you set off. So please guys, if you come from where I come from, just know you just enter and go. You'll pay when you arrive. Case closed. Another thing, guys, the excellent customer service. My goodness, here in Dubai, I had never seen such honest customer service. I was given stroller. In fact, when it came to go like in queues, I was led to go at the front because I had a child. I mean, I really felt so nice that this customer service I experienced, I had never experienced anything like this before. So kudos to Dubai, especially at the airport. Amazing customer service. So now let's talk about the roads. My goodness, guys, when I just got into the taxi, I was like, what? The roads, guys, first of all, the roads are clean, spotless. Believe me, spotless. All the road markings you can see, the pedestrian crossings you can see, because I was used to where I come from. When they paint the pedestrian crossing, it will last for 2 weeks and you won't see it anymore. It becomes invisible and invalid. But I'm telling you, here where you can see the pedestrian crossing, everything you can see, the road markings, no potholes. This one was a shock to me. How can a road not have potholes? I'm telling you guys, I was surprised. I was surprised not to see potholes in the roads. The roads are so smooth. In fact, for the record, the UAE has the best road network globally, and it occupies 7th position in the World Index for the best quality roads. Can you imagine that? So every time in this country, they use the best technology to do their roads, and that's why the roads are such in good condition and they're well maintained, and they don't get this kind of potholes and cracks that we're all used to in our countries, if some of you can relate. So it's like standard, you know, the best standard of roads. And you know, on these roads they have street lights, you know, power saving street lights that go up to 710 kilometers. So you can imagine, even if the road is going so far, still you'll see the lights on that road, and not even one will be missing. This one I just couldn't, you know. It's just amazing at how these roads are well taken care of. And I'm telling you, you'll see flyovers, going tunnels here, going here. So when I was in the taxi, you can imagine I was just glued to the window looking at how amazing the roads are. I was just so impressed, guys. And these are the roads in the UAE. Talk of landscape designs. My goodness, guys. I thought UAE was a desert. I really thought I'm going to find a lot of sand and lots of sand. So what grows in the sand? Nothing much. So this was my expectation, but the reality is there are lots of landscape, beautiful flowers, the grass, green grass, nicely manicured. I mean, you see plants, you see trees, you see, especially on the roundabouts, guys. When you come to UAE, you just take a moment and stand at the roundabouts. You will see all designs of landscape, different flowers, so beautiful. This is what surprised me. How can all this grow in a desert? And I came to find out that all these plants have an irrigation system underneath them. They're always watered and watered and watered, and this is how the beauty is well maintained. I was like, see, in our countries we take the water we get natural rain, but we don't even take care of plants. We don't even bother planting beautiful flowers or even take care of them. But here in this desert, in fact, you don't get to see the desert when you arrive in Dubai. You arrive and you're like, am I in a desert or am I in a paradise? Where? I'm telling you, it feels like paradise. So anyway, that's my own experience, and that's my first impression of what I saw when I came to Dubai. Talk of the buildings. My goodness, talk of the buildings, guys. The buildings, my goodness, the buildings, guys. I was just, you can imagine when it's your first time in a place, you just want to see everything at one time. So I was just looking at the buildings. The buildings are so iconic. In fact, UAE is known to have the most iconic buildings, because I mean, it speaks for itself. Just look at the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building is in UAE. And that back then the buildings were not as tall, but now even they keep getting taller and taller. So when you're in a car, you're like looking and looking and looking. It's just amazing, the buildings. And also another thing that surprised me about these buildings, the designs. You can see a building in shape of just a glass globe, or you see a twisted building, or building going like this. I mean, the designs are just so much high tech. It's just so impressive. And these buildings are clean. You don't see dirty buildings with dirt or anything like that. They're well maintained. They're always clean. So I mean, when you just look at them, it's like you think that they've just been opened, or they're new buildings, and yet they're just well maintained. So you'd be amazed at the buildings in Dubai. They're just so spectacular. I was blown away, guys. Talking of cars, guys, the UAE is a hotspot for automobiles of cars, you know, moving machines. I'm telling you, of course, I'm a girl, so I was not that fascinated with cars. But when I came to the UAE, when you're on the road, the cars that keep passing you, my goodness, you're seeing the that, you know, in Uganda we would be like, if somebody would buy like the latest RAV4, we're like, whoa, the latest RAV4. And if someone has a Hammer, that is a celebrity. If it's a limo, another celebrity. So, you know, there are those cars which were known to be for celebrities back from my country. But when I came to Dubai, these are the cars just passing me. Cars driven by normal people. I was like, what? And these are latest models. Forget about the models I was used to in my country. These were like the latest models, and they're all clean. The cars in UAE, guys, the cars are clean. They're always well maintained. I don't know, I think there's actually at that moment I was like, is it a must that everyone should have a clean car, or don't these cars get dirty? But I'm telling you, the cars, you can see machines and machines and machines, luxurious cars. In fact, in one of we have 2 videos, if you go back in our channel, about the luxurious cars in Dubai. You can be amazed, guys. You can be amazed by the cars in Dubai. It will fascinate you. Arabic is the main language that is spoken in UAE. Actually, it's the official language. But so when I was coming to the UAE, I assumed that I should know some Arabic, or everyone speaks Arabic, something like that, because I mean, it's the main language. But to my pleasant surprise, actually, you can come to the UAE even when you don't speak Arabic, and you can communicate very easily, because English is widely used in the UAE, and that is how you can even be able to get a job, because there are so many nationalities here in the UAE, and English is a common language for communication. So it shouldn't hinder you from coming to the UAE thinking that you'll be you don't speak Arabic, so you're going to have a difficult time here. Well, you are going to, it's okay for you to come to the UAE. You can always learn Arabic. Actually, it's an added advantage if you get to learn Arabic, but you can comfortably live your life speaking English and communicate with everybody. So that was a nice surprise, that I didn't have to know Arabic for me to be in the UAE, or to find to communicate in the UAE. So guys, as I said, that was my first impression of Dubai when I actually physically came here to Dubai. And I was curious to know what other people were saying about Dubai. What is their impression about them? And I found some who said Dubai is a futuristic city. Someone else said it's the Las Vegas of the Middle East. Someone else said it's the luxurious city. Someone else said home of mixed nationalities, and to some people it is the business hub of the Middle East. I don't know, what is your impression of Dubai? If you came to Dubai on your first trip, comment down below and let me know what was your first impression of Dubai. Or if you've never been to Dubai, what do you think Dubai is like? Because I know you're planning to come and visit, so just share with us in our comment box. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I appreciate you so much. Thank you our new subscribers for joining in. We welcome you so much, and please hit that red button, hit it, and subscribe to the Nyagas in Dubai channel. And if you've liked this video, please, why not give it a big thumbs up, and we shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.